Hey y'all, thanks for joining me for the first episode of Behind the Mic Bites. This mini-series is a compilation of some of our most memorable moments that you may have missed over the first 34 episodes. Yes, because we are done with season 1, 34 episodes in the can. Go and check all those out. Now, this is your first episode ever of the podcast. First and foremost, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Wize Grazette, RPN community manager and podcast enthusiast. Now, when I say RPN, I mean Revolt Podcast Network. You're welcome. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, formerly known as X, @TheRealWize. Now, on today's episode, we're talking about repurposing your content and a few ways that creators can actually use this tactic. Now, I talked about this topic with Leslie Latrice, our full-time content creating co-host of Carefree Black Girl Podcast. Leslie, who's been content creating since 2016 on YouTube, actually just celebrated her full-time 1-year anniversary. Congratulations. Now let's reintroduce Leslie for those who may have missed her episode. On this episode, I have another friend here with me, someone who I have had the opportunity to know and work with this season of Carefree Black Girl Podcast. I am so proud to welcome my good friend, Leslie Latrice, to the pod.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Leslie. Hey, Leslie. So Leslie is 1/4 of Carefree Black Girl Podcast. She is a part of the Carolina Girls. The podcast moved from Atlanta to Charlotte. And for season 10, we brought on your favorite veteran, one more time, your favorite veteran, Captain Hall. Captain Hall, welcome to the pod. Thank you so much for coming, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
She's in the building. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, as you already know, I am a veteran turned entrepreneur, but the people who love me know me as Liz or Leslie Latrice. I am just an outgoing spirit, super empathetic. I love supporting. I love community. And overall, I just like being around people. That's what gives me energy. So I think that being able to communicate my authenticity, my experiences, and talk about what, makes me go and what keeps me going in this chaotic world that we live in is what I think makes me unique and just communicates who I am without a face. But outside that, I love living life. I love experiencing life's best experiences to the best it can be, right? Like, we're not here for the mediocrity. We're here for one time, not a long time. So I am just out there trying to find the best things to do and, bring my community and my audience along with me. I'm a content creator, so I've been doing that for 8 years. I started that when I joined the Army. Since leaving the Army in 2022, I have then taken this thing full time. So I create content full time. And my focus is on championing convenience, of course, prioritizing excellence, and celebrating life's wins, all wins, big or small. And I do that by encouraging my audience to just get out there, put themselves out there, be transparent and vulnerable. And I live by that too. I do my best to try to find my voice, especially after serving in the military, where sometimes we can feel like we can't say or do certain things. So while I'm trying and going on that journey to find my voice, I'm encouraging my audience, you, to find yours by just speaking your truth. And so that's a little bit about me.
Yes, welcome back, Leslie. Since this is a podcast, I'm going to speak from the viewpoint of repurposing your podcast content. Now, this miniseries started with me making short clips from my episodes to post on YouTube. Now, after a while, I noticed that I actually had a collection of gems that were sprinkled from each episode from wherever, but they didn't exactly exist on the podcast feed the same way they existed on YouTube. Now, I only had a season's worth of content for that, but imagine if you had more. In Leslie's case, she had 8 years of content on YouTube. Let's jump back into our conversation where she shares her thoughts on that. I know you have a long career as a content creator. You said 8 years.
Yeah.
Do you ever go back and watch some of those videos and kind of like see your journey?
I would say that what prompts me to go back is actually creating content like today. And most of the time it's for other brands. but I need to do a better job at like going back and being like, girl, you was really doing the daggone thing, or girl, you really stepped it up. Like I've been there where I'm like, yes, you did that. And then I'm like, we started off in the bathroom with our little yellow lights and all the things that we can remember of how we came up and just elevated. So yes, of course, I do go back, but I will say I need to go back more often, just to be grateful and give myself some grace. Like, girl, you did it like when no one was doing it. Cause I started 2016, and I would say no one, but like it was very rare, especially as a service member, to be creating content at that time. So being a Black woman serving in a male dominated field while trying to just express like what you got going on online, like unheard of, really. So it's just good to be in a time where that is more like it's happening more, but yeah, I think like for the day-to-day thing, that's typically what my day consists of. And sometimes throughout the week, I can attend events and communicate and talk to other creators. I might go live sometimes, like if I'm unboxing some PR or other things. But the good thing about my day-to-day is that every day isn't the same, which is great because as a service member, it was always the same. Well, not always the same. It's definitely had it like, things that caught you off guard, but like typically, you know what you're doing. You're getting up to go to physical training and you have your 9 to 5, if you're not deployed or doing other things, but I think corporate people can relate to that too, like just the monotony of things. But I think as a creative and as my own boss, I'm just glad I can, create my own schedule on a daily basis. So that's one of the major things that I don't want to take for granted.
Before we close this episode, I want to leave you with some takeaways that you can actually try with your podcast. Tip number 1, drop mini episodes with highlights, aka behind the mic bites, right? Take a few pieces of your episode, throw some narration around it. Now you have a new episode. Tip number 2, create themed recap episodes by bundling the best moments from multiple episodes around a particular theme. Think Valentine's Day and love relationships. Tip number 3, re-release high-performing episodes with commentary, like a reaction video or a director's cut with behind-the-scenes insights and some guest updates. Kind of like how I did for this episode, but throw your own spin on it. Now, I want to thank you all for joining me for another episode of Behind the Mic. I'm your host, Wize Grazette. You all can find me at The Real Wize on Instagram and Twitter, formerly known as X. If y'all have any questions, definitely reach out. I'm internationally known on the microphone as Wiz, Wizzy, and Wize, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Behind the Mic, powered by Revolt Podcast Network, is hosted by me, Wize Grazette. Special thanks to the Indie Creative Network and Storytime Studios for editing and producing this podcast.